Good morning and welcome to our training on NexOne Sign for NexOne Office users. In order to activate the electronic signature feature in your account, the first thing you need to do is send a verification to your email. In order to do so, you will have to click on your name at the top right hand side and then on the profile section. When you're in your profile section, you will be able to select the NexOne Sign email tab at the top. Once you have, you will be able to type in your email under the email section, and then you will be able to select the send a verification option. Now in this case, I have already verified my email, but I would be glad to show you the email that I received whenever I was verifying my email. As you can see, this is the email that was sent from NexOne Office, and it asks me if I desire to activate my email for the e-signature feature. Once you click on that option, you should get redirected to NexOne Office. Once you get redirected to NexOne Office, you should be able to see the verification date right under your email, as you can tell here. Once your account has been verified for eSign, whenever you go to your listings or transactions, you should be able to see two new options were added. I will be able to demonstrate that now. I will select any of the listings that I have here. And you can now tell that I have the NexOne Sign option as well as the NexOne Sign log option. Now, the way this is set up is so that I can create signing sessions from the NexOne Sign option, and that I can view all of the signing sessions that I have created in the NexOne Sign log option. Now, we also have the EDM and signatures option here that you can select, where you should be able to manage all of your signatures in this particular filter here, as well as you should be able to create a new signing session without having to select a listing or transaction first. I will be able to demonstrate. Once you click on that option, you will have a list of some listings or transactions that you have already in your account, or you can also have the options at the top to create a new listing or create a new transaction report. For training purposes, I will select the new listing. Once you select the new listing, it'll ask you to fill in some information first. Now, this information is mandatory, and you have to fill it in to be able to create that signing session. First of all, we have the listing agreement type. Now, given that mine is a sale of a property, I will leave it as is, but you also have some more options if you click on it. I will type in my client's information then. And as you can see, we also have this address information here. This would be my listing information, but this is not mandatory, and so I will leave it as is. I will then proceed to click on the continue option at the top. Now, in the upload section, you should be able to see that you have a scanner option here. The scanner option is the source of the documents. Now, I do know for a fact that most of the times we get and send our documents from our email. So I will select email. We then have the default share type, which will let you know who has access to the documents in question. You can select all agents involved. You can select the listing agents only. You can select the selling agents only, or you can select the staff only, which would be the admins. In this case, I will select all agents involved. You can then upload your documents either by dragging and dropping your files or by clicking directly in this gray square box, which will allow you to browse through your computer's documents. However, in this case, I already have my folder open, and I will be able to drag and drop either one by one, or I could select both of them at once and just drag and drop them directly in this section here. As you can see, a little check mark appears, letting me know that the documents were uploaded successfully. Now the only thing that's left to do is to select the document type. In this case, I will select amendment. And for this one, I will select agreement of purchase and sale. As you can tell, the shirt type was the one that we selected by default before. And then we can go ahead and create our signing session. A new tab will open up in your browser, and you should be able to see all of your client's information here. We have the signer name here, which would be Sam Shaw. We have his email, as well as the signer type. Now, in the signer tab, we have a couple of options. The one that is selected by default is the signer, as we often just want for them to be able to sign the document on their own. However, if we wanted to send this over to a lawyer, a notary, or even another agent, we could have a carbon copy for them to be able to see the document even if they don't have to sign. We could also have an in-person signer in the case that your client doesn't have an internet connection, or if they don't have a computer. You could just set up a meeting with them, go to their place, and then have them sign electronically as well. In this case, as I was mentioning before, I will have my clients sign by themselves. As you can see, you can also have my own information as the agent here, but in this case, I don't want to sign the document, so I will be able to just remove myself from this signing session. In this case, I will be adding another signing, which would be Sam's wife, Eve. In this case, they happen to share their email, and this shouldn't represent any issue on our end, as we're able to send the signing session to the same email, even if there's multiple clients under that same email. As you can tell, it now gives us this warning saying that more than one signer appears to be using the same email address, and to please consider adding a new password for each one of the signers so that they know who signing session it is. In this case, for Sam, I will select the password as for Sam, S-A-M, and for Eve, I will select Eve as the password, E-V-E. Now, in this case, I don't want for Eve to receive the email at the same time as Sam, as I don't want for them to get confused. And this is where the routing number feature will come into place. If I select for Sam to be the routing number 1, he will receive the email first before Eve, and only after he completes his signing session will Eve be able to complete hers. I have set up my signing session, and I will be able to just click on the next option. As you can tell, this is the email that they will receive for the signing session, and I am able to modify the subject. I'm able to also modify the message. And then I'm able to drag and drop the documents from my transaction directly to the documents for signing. Now, I did notice that this is the exclusive buyer's representation agreement. And given that I am on the listing side, this document is useless for me. So I will be able to just leave it as is, and I will send the amendment for sign only. Now we're able to see the documents, and we're able to see the features that we have here at the top. We can select one of our clients to add their signature, or we could even select both of them at once, as you can see here. If you want to know the date and time when your client signed, you can also add that tag to your document. As you can tell, the name of the person that tag is assigned to will always display at the bottom of the tag, as you can see in all of these tags. You could also add a text field. In this case, I will just add a text field directly here. But you have to keep in mind that you also have some more features within this text field feature. Whenever you select it, you could also have it as a highlight if I want to highlight something that is important for a client. or I could even add a note to my clients. In this case, I will add, please look at the initial at the bottom of the page. And then I can just expand my note here. You also have the strike through lines to be able to hide options that you don't want to show in your document, or if some information is no longer valid, you can use it as well. You have the strike through line and you have the C strike through. In this case, I will be using the C strike through. And then you can expand this one as well. You could also add this little boxes that they can check on and off. However, I don't have anything placed here in this document to be able to use this particular feature here. So I will just drag and drop it outside the document. And this is how you remove anything that you have added through the ratify section. Now, you can just go ahead and send it to your clients here, or you could just modify your signing session, your signers and documents. If you click on the signers and documents section here at the top, if you want to add a document, you would click here. If you want to add a signer or remove a signer from a signing session, you could just click on here as well. In this case, I won't be making any modifications to it, so I'll just go ahead and send this documents for signing. As you can tell, only under Sam's name, it shows here that the email was sent. And this is because we selected for him to have the routing number 1. And here, Eve won't get the email until Sam completes his own signing session. Now, I will be able to show you the perspective from the client. And I will go to my email here. I will select the email here. And as you can tell, it already displays whose the signing session is directed towards. So this is for Sam. I should be able to just start my signing session. Now it'll ask me if I want to sign electronically first. So I will have to agree first. And then you have your password here at the bottom. So if you remember, I added Sam so that Sam could start his own signing session. And then as you can see now, you can select the type of signature that you want. In this case, I have the classic one. I can have the cursive one. I can have modern. I can have even the fluid one. All of them work. Or you can even draw your own signature. In this case, I won't be using my own signature. I will use the type one that they offer to me. And then I will just click on Save and Review Documents. Now you have two options here. You have the option to either go and browse through the document yourself, or you have the legend section here where you could just start signing and it'll show you exactly what you need to sign. Now it's asking me if I want my location to be shared. In this case, I have it disabled because I don't want to share it. So I'll just go ahead and click the X for this little pop-up here. And I should be able to continue my signing session even if I don't share my location. I'll just click on the next option here. And now you see how I have my initials. I have the sign. And then I can just complete my signing session. Now, this is very important as some people might save their signing sessions, but they don't often complete them. This is an option that they have to click on to be able for you to be able to see those documents signed. All right, I have clicked on it and the signing session was complete from Sam's perspective. Now, if we go back to the email, I should have received another one for Eve, as you can tell here. Now I could start the signing session as well. I would have to agree. I would have to enter her password, which would be Eve. And then I could start signing electronically. I will keep the same one as classic. And then I could start signing by the legend, or I could just find my own tags here in the document. Click on them. It'll ask again. It will say that your location sharing is disabled. And since I don't want for my location to be shared, I will just click the X on it, and then I would complete the signing session. Once you have completed your signing session, you should be able to download the document as the user as well, just so that you're able to keep your documents with you as well. Now, as you can tell, I received a couple of emails, and this one right here would be the one that you received as the agent. So you will have your documents signed, but you will also have this message saying that your documents have been completed. I will go ahead and go back to my NexOne Office account. And if I refresh this page here in the Sign Audit section, and I select my signing session here, as you can tell, it is now grayed out because it was completed. And once I select it, I'm able to see when the email was sent for Sam, when he viewed it, when he saved his signature, when he started signing, when he completed his signing session, and the same applies to Eve. Now in this sign audit, there's a couple of items that I would like to mention as well. In this sign audit section, you should be able to view your signing session. You should be able to save your session certificate, and you should be able to download the signed documents. Now you don't need to download anything, as whenever your signing session is complete, the documents will be automatically sent to your listing. I will be able to demonstrate that too. Whenever I go into my listing section, I will select the kits. I will select the first kit at the top, as this is the latest one that I created. And whenever I go to the electronic document management section, I should be able to see all of the documents that I have uploaded. Now, as you can tell, the exclusive buyer representation agreement, if you remember, it wasn't the correct document. So even if I uploaded it, I didn't send it for signing. However, the amendment, we were able to send it and we were able to sign it, and it has this little sign mentioned right next to it. This document, given that we don't need it anymore, I will be able to just delete it. And if you want, you can take a look at your signing session as well, and you'll see that you have your text that you added. The note is gone, given that we only wanted for them to notice that there was an initial. And then you can tell that you have your strike through line, you have your signature, you have all of the initials as well, and you have your date and time. So now we can just exit this out. And as you can tell, we now have one signing session here in the NexOne Sign log. Thank you for watching our tutorial, and if ever you have any questions or comments, you could actually send those to us by clicking on the questions or comment section here at the top. You can type in what your question is, if you have a request too, or if you have an issue as well. But don't forget to type in your email here too, as this will help us identify who that email came from. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.